Righty, I believe that's everything. Welcome back to Dirdle, please. Final Fantasy XII. Let's get going to Giruvegan. I don't know which route is actually quickest, but... Since when is there a Gomel Jungle Stone? Where does that actually go? I get the feeling it's not quite where I want to go. Yeah, it doesn't... Oh, there it is. So it's actually just further from the other route. No wonder you always forget that one, it's useless. See, alternatively we can head to Paramount Rift from Baroma's Ace. That'll be faster actually, won't it? We can take a chocobo. I suppose I should have thought through my course in advance. Oh hey, it's snowstorm. We could go hunting for... freezy cold entities. You know the ones. Let's just pretend for a moment we're already bored to tears of the Feywood. Man, look at that mystic fog, guys. Spooky. Oh, can you not take chocobos any further south? It refuses to go any further. Well. He's haste last. No, he's just... I guess it just ran out at that really inconvenient moment. Well, we've already killed Rafflesia, so it's pretty simple. We'll go enjoy the South Feywood puzzle. Area we're in? Oh yeah, the Bagley area. Not the Bagley, sorry, Mirror-Knights. For a moment we were in the Cerberus and Tartarus area. These guys remain as always excellent value and always worth taking on. If they're in the way. Bash is just destroying things with the Bravery, Shishak, Tournesol thing. We may have to switch to a slightly less broken build in order to make things interesting again. Pole, maybe? That sounds fun. It's sweet. Let's get Bash using that. As much as it saddens me to put away Tournesol after all the effort to get it. Kind of want to just see what something else is like. I wonder when 8 polluted pole is available. I think it's available now, isn't it? But maybe not. That was the long way around. Well, that wasn't quite the intention. Come on, Ash, get it together. Alright, actually interesting enemies start appearing past this point, though still pretty destroyable from our point of view. Right, so as you'll recall from our oh-so-fun Serpentine pattern, if you walk out the bottom of this area right now, you get teleported back in through the top. There is a secret to it. Not this area, sorry, the next area. Is that Juggernaut again? It is, it's Juggernaut. Let's see if we can get a white mask, since we're here. It's actually just past 10 on the game clock. We could go for a, like, 3-try Juggernaut, but, there's not really a lot to gain from the White Mask until we go after Ultima, or if we decide to provoke any of the Holy Entites wandering around the Giruvegan, but... And even with just a pole, he's still hitting for 3,000 damage. Pole's also a really quite good combo, as I recall. Though... they're sort of caught between being katanas and being... you know, they're just not really their own thing. Poles as weapons. They don't have anything that they're best at, I don't think. They're a good balance, I suppose, in the same way that two-handed swords are. Anyway, I wanted to look up, looks like it's only available at the Pharos, so we'll ignore 8 polluted pole for now. Probably we'll just go straight for Wild Whisker anyway. Everything's weak to holy damage, and yet even if I were like a full-on boring this rotten step for everything, I still only have Holy Rod as the only way of getting holy damage, and you're not supposed to attack with that. It's a magic weapon, so you just use it to parry magic. Anyway, here's how this works. You go to the shrine, and you stand on the sit. Ash. Voiceless words chime within your head. In this sanctum shall the pilgrim find truth and illusion both. Illusion betokens the true way. So you see, the truth of this place is that it's a misty bunch of crap, but the illusion is this well-forested place. And you follow this directly, and you find another shrine. How would you believe you repeat the pattern until one of them leads you out of the area? If you walk the illusion paths, you just end up getting lost. There we go. So is this what... Are they showing what the Feywood used to be before the mist kind of perverted it? I guess that's the idea. Once again, we come to the hides that have multiple modifiers that are seen on other hides. Like there are prime hides, there are tanned hides, and now it turns out there are prime tanned hides. Right, so this one directs us through to the next area, and this time instead of being teleported back, say, hopefully. Excellent, we made it from Icefield to Clearside to the Edge of Reason, where indeed you repeat the same puzzle. I don't know if that permanently opens the way, or whether you have to repeat the puzzle every time you want to get from one area to the other. I think it just permanently opens it. No glyph here, but I do still get a path? No? Ah, yes. A fake shrine? I guess. This one clearly does not harbinger a path of any kind at all. Anyway. And here's like a sort of null shrine, just pillars. The loot bags are visible even through the fog. I guess they draw differently. Huh, lucky serpent eye. Can't say I entirely approve of that. So is this something we need... I guess maybe you can't start at the wrong shrine? Maybe a different one will lead us back there? Well, this one has a glyph, so... Right, yes, this is just taking us back. Right, and now the glyph is active on this one. Okay. I think that chest has something good. Or at least it might do. Well, what are the chances? Alright, randomly opened the Feywood chest with the Ensanguined Shield, got it on the first try. 10 out of 10. You don't really need it now that we have the Zodiac Shield, but it has the best evade, plus it gives you some negative status effects. We could get tricky and use Ensanguined Shield plus Stamp to inflict the status effects on enemies. Anyway, still pretty much the right way to reach the shrine. If we needed 2 shielded characters, I think I'd use Ensanguined Shield on one, so hit on the hill. Is that the right shrine? Yeah, looks like it. Found the glyph. This way. Well, this brings us to the gate. Gate Gigas. Gigas Summoner. Gate's power is yours to claim. Beyond the one gate lies sacred Giruvegan. Over the one gate, the Gigas holds sway. Well, remember which one is the Gigas? It's below us. Belias? It's Fire Ares. It would have been kind of interesting if you had to run off sideways again to collect the Esper. But, I guess that wouldn't really fit the storyline either. The ancient city of Giruvegan, the city of the undead and the undying. Why do they make all their rock things float? Because they can.
On the farthest shores of the River of Time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist.
What is it, Fran? The mist runs thick here.
Like on the Leviathan?
Do not worry. I will behave myself. The mist here is cold. I sense something like the shadow here.
For now. It appears Sid has yet to arrive. We'll lie in wait for him here.
So we're not going inside?
Not unless you want to end up twisted. Like the old man. Something there.
What is it?
She can see him. Let's follow her.
Good to know we're all getting dragged down into ashes, increasing insanity. Pretty sure following, like, your dead husband into the city of horrific magical mutation is maybe not the most brilliant idea. maybe even a terrible idea, all things considered. Gate crystal or crystal bug? Only one way to find out. Gate crystal. This is the first of the really big dungeons. There's only really two, so... Man, look how far away that place is. I guess that's why the Waystone is bigger. Come on, Bash, we're going over there. I'm pretty sure this guy will remain a statue forever. So we're actually only like halfway. There's where we came from back there. And there's where we're going to, the Great City ahead. But I didn't see this platform on the way. We're much closer to the city anyway. This guy seems mad. This guy seems deeply mad. Looks like he's vulnerable to whatever element. No, that's just Bosh whacking it for. Try earth instead of fire? Wind doesn't seem to be doing much either. Well, alright. I say not much. He's getting credit. Miss, miss, miss. Ha ha ha. Float is too good. I'm sorry, Daedalus, but you're supposed to be challenging. That wasn't even challenging the first time I played this game, it was just like a straight up damage fight. He's big and tough, but he doesn't have much going on really. Plus he has some pretty major status vulnerabilities, I think. I'm not sure, can you petrify that guy? It would make sense if you could, but onward we go. The Holy Dead City waits. You know, I think they say that as about, like, Rullia as well. Well, into the city of non-Euclidean angles and horrific torments we go. So yeah. I would not trust myself that close to the edge on a float spell. Wasn't there a behemoth here? Did I despawn it by spawning enemies closer or further down? Maybe it just wandered down here to join up with its body. Behemoth stakes. Avrio Gatestone. Ancient beyond reckoning, the device still functions. You know, I reckon they could have just used like a door. I'm not really sure all this magical gate stuff was necessary. You should really engage in a bit more thievery with these guys. And to make that possible, we'll turn off bravery, I think. You don't tend to gain as much mana when you're stealing instead of attacking. Iron ore. Don't really get tons of that from what were they? The Mimios in Barheim Passage. I believe they dropped iron ore. We used it to make our 1,000 times folded, etc, etc. I believe these ones are all pretty easy, you just turn them on. Jeez, yeah, this is fucking Lovecraftian. This is the city that Cthulhu is sleeping in. And when we get to the bottom, like, he's gonna wake up and eat us. I don't even know if you need to change that one. How do you steal the tail? Do the thief cuffs have like a bunch of like sharp knives embedded in them, and you just sort of cut pieces off monsters and you're like, yeah, quote, stole this. Turn. Yeah, the music here is not too bad. And these guys have pretty wings. We'll be chaining lots of them later if possible, but not today. Tomorrow. For Danjuro. A Doom Mace. Power 60 Mace. On hit, Doom. Fair enough. I guess if I wanted I mean... Again, apart from Petrify's ability to cheat chains into existence, stuff like Doom isn't very useful. Like, why would you ever want a fight to take so long? Like, regular fights with normal monsters that are vulnerable to Doom, which takes so long that they'll die of Doom or Petrify rather than you punching to death. It would take forever. of these strange new Malboros called Vivian. Interesting. So since these two are like next to each other, does one be like Vivi? Is this a Final Fantasy IX reference? So the way forward is over there, but you have to open some gates first, I imagine, or something. I don't know, we've opened all the gates, I think. Another Doom Mace. See, that's the way forward. We're going to be very, very glad of the Soap Gambit. Walking on those paths makes the most irritating noise. Glowing magic path appeared out of nowhere. Let's trust it with our lives. Again, what is the deal with Giruvegan? Who lived here? Why did they live like this? Did they have like a more glowy thing in the middle to make it a bit brighter? I have to say, putting the switches to control your magic doors outside the magic doors may not be the world's best security system. Gate Parelphon. Like, why not put the switch Paron? So that doesn't open that gate, that opens a different gate. Still, again, there's absolutely no reason not to open the gates, so... Let's go looking for Gate Paron, or Switch Parelphon even. Apparently these guys are ice vulnerable. Yeah, that's just regular holy vulnerable, so we may as well switch to the breezy arrows. Well, here's the Perelthorn Gate Stone. Leave that opens the previous way, and then, yeah, we have to go back to it in order to open the way forward from here. Climbing this would be really difficult. Like, it looks like glass or something. Obsidian? And this is much better, like smooth stone patterns. Like, did the Giruvegan have wheels? Maybe they did. It'd go a long way to explaining stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me because the float spell obviously ignores friction and lets me just walk on whatever I want. These guys are really good at landing their stasis effects, because they're landing that through I guess stasis is actually easier, isn't it? 72 vitality, which is respectable, I should think. And yet these guys are just like, yeah, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna blind poison and slow you every single goddamn time. Whoa! Now, that's some problem-solving technique they have right there. Petrified, slow, disable, blind, poison, yeah. Those guys got fucked. Pretty sure I can just ignore royals since we have absolutely no indication that anything in this area uses fire attacks. Pretty ugly though. Randomly a treasure chest. That's what treasure chests look like in here, the hovering gem dealio. We're way ahead on levels again, aren't we? Sure, let's switch. Who else is licensed for Maximilian and stuff? Alright, let's go in swinging with a sword and board build. Good old Deathbringer. Right, Ribbon in the lead. That'll handle the Malboros, I think. I'm nothing if not lazy, so... Guess Stone Shot's still the best for now. Wind Slicer Shot when? Answer, never. The extra magic power is really good, but the extra speed is also really good. Oh well. Golden Skull Cap's pretty much just better. Yeah, still the best armor. Unless I want to give them Mirage Vest, I guess. I have no goddamn idea what Fran should wield, really. Let's go for the, Katana here. Actually, I think that takes best advantage of the masses of magic and strength that you get from... And we'll put Fran on the full house. Probably better not to have ranged heroes running in to steal things. Okay, we just need to license Fran for more weapons. This is ridiculous. This takes forever. Every time. Oh well, we're closing on and finishing the license board already. I am not in the right place. This would explain why I'm not finding things. I could go for like maximum go fast with the Mirage Vest plus the Katia Hood. That'll be fun. Since guns are very slow, you kind of want to compensate, I guess. Not really where I intended to end up. Mirage Vest is so good. Not sure how I'm supposed to believe that later armors are actually better than it. It's like 800 hit points right there. And 10 speed. Ridiculous. Oh, I was going to open a chest. I should briefly switch to the diamond armlet. A mega elixir. Well, fine. There's an argument to be made for Ring of Renewal, but Ribbon is so good. It's so completely unfair. Oh yeah, Fran is still in the caster gambits, isn't she? No need for that, unless we decide to switch back to the Sage's Ring staff build. Well, we're finally done with the licenses. Let's delve deeper. Immune to everything. Except reverse stuff. It'd be weird if you're immune to that. What is Benello even doing? Alright, I can see the point of these. And honestly, Protect would probably be good as well, so... Wow, alright. Get 5-hit comboed. As you can see, you can hit pretty hard with just a one-handed sword when you're wielding all these strength increasing accessories and stuff. Tiki? Another gate stone. I guess if they're going to try and stop us, we should set things up to avoid that. Doom Mace number 3. Any and all further Doom Maces can be sold without fear. Of that dreadful day when we'll be desperate to wield 3 Doom Maces. I guess it might be fun to try and take out Shemazai with only Doom Mace. Tough to Phoenix down. Good job, Time Thomas. Man, not having a gambit for regen really does make a big difference. Like, I'm 25% health lower. That noise, you hear it? Oops, sorry. Man, aren't you glad that float means you don't have to keep hearing it?
I can't shake the feeling we're somewhere we're not meant to be.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Exciting?
You are not troubled by the unknown? Who can say what lies ahead? We may encounter the very creators of Nethersite.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll find. I like it better that way.
You're sounding more the Sky Pirate every day.
I like it better that way is one of Bolthier's lines, you see. It's funny. So that's a giant glowing thing. Did the people of the city build the thing, or did they build the city around the thing? Does this dead end exist for any reason except to look at the thing? Bulwark Kronos. Maybe Bulwark, actually. You know what? It doesn't make a shred of difference. The Harnikar Water Steps. Places here have really good names, I think. The Arthar Water Steps. Trimala Water Steps. What's with the water? Is this ice then, not glass? Or maybe it just means that of the many ways into Giruvegan, the one where you have to go just goes through like the Earth Gate and the water steps and so forth. Ah, steps! No water though. Also, we're too small to use the steps. Were the creators of this place huge? On a scale of 1 to big, how big were they? Well, there's the thing. What's this area for, then? Like, why build these passages if there's no reason to come over here? Like, at all. Perhaps they have a way of getting inside the structures to either side? Well, I'll grant you it took a convoluted path. What's this area called? Gate of Fire. Sounds pleasant. Oh, can we not use that one yet? Let's try looking for some switches to press or something. I'm not seeing any pressable things. Yeah, I don't think I'm up to snuff. Oh, hi, Oxymarity. All things are going well. We're blitzing through Giruvegan with our ridiculous equipment. I am, as you might suspect, somewhat lost. I'm pretty sure you go through there, but it's not happening. We need to find a switch or a boss. Or both. Aha! A hidden path. We found a boss. I remember this. Not sure you ever actually take that bulwark, though. You just get a waystone when you kill the boss. Yes, this is the appearing floor areas. And as you can hear, if it weren't for the float spell, this would be the most irritating area in the game. The step sound is... I don't like it in the slightest. No techniques. I wonder if this guy has steals, or if he just doesn't have any. It'd be funny if they programmed him to have, like, rare steals and stuff that you can never get. The mic sounds funny again. I haven't noticed any differences in the recordings, so maybe the Twitch quality is different? I'm not sure. Let me know if it's doing the, like, only one-sided thing. That's really irritating. We could try and get rid of that somehow if it comes up. I don't know if Twitch adjusts audio quality though, depending on internet connection. I know it adjusts video quality, of course, but you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't try and stab my rare and expensive sword through the magic floor that may or may not hold it. It just seems like a really unnecessary risk. Like, imagine if you threw the Deathbringer down there and it just carried on, and I'd be like, well, guess we'll go and steal another one. Well, I guess it's time to go inside the thing. Seems cool. Can't imagine this going wrong in any way. You missed the part where he imitates one of Balthier's lines. He says, I like it better that way, and Bosch says, what was it? You sound more the Sky Pirate every day. That's a great part. Aprama Vicari. Here we have no mini-map, no regular map. Final destination. Also, the names in this area remind me of, well, obviously of Indian or Sanskrit languages, but personally, they sound a lot like Ra. Absolutely great piece of online fiction. I guess if they didn't give us this weird alternate map, we wouldn't realise that we're inside the giant thing. Alright, this teaches us how to carry on using gate stones. Voiceless words chime within your head. For my master's chosen and no other, the way out will I lay open. Oh, for fuck's sake. You what? Do I have to equip the Nethersight again, or am I missing something? Because I'll grant you, I'm not a big fan of equipping Nethersight. Well, never mind then. Maybe you have to look at the gate or something. Or go the other way. I think probably go the other way and come back later. Maybe Scorpio Gate leads to the upper layer. I can't remember which way around it is, but oh, you can't actually move the map either, so I can't check the name of that other area I was in. Because the names like mean what they are or something. Kaboni Jilam Prativa. And Quinio Alefarati you too. Man, that thing stings. A curl whisker. Oh, the other armlet. A black mask. I believe those make you Dark Eater? Well, we can have a look, can't we? Yeah, absorb dark, and some really good magic resist as well. It'll be relevant for a fight against a certain giant snake. We've checked the name in this area, right? Yeah. I wish your secondary party members wouldn't stop walking when they cast the spell. Are they in astrological order? No, they're just random. $5,000 damage, that is unreal. Given how ridiculously leveled I am. What's this area called? Carbonage Lam Ava. So what's the Carbonage Lam thing mean? Something to do with pasta? I mean, I already ate, but... Vikari Brun. I'm enjoying these names. Wait, what? Is there a monster there? There is. There's a Death Scythe type monster. Invisible. I see you, or something. What? Stop running away. Is this a bug? Am I supposed to be able to notice this guy? Is he just going to stay invisible forever? Is it a rare monster? Is there some trick to this? What is this? Witchcraft. Anyway. You can still see him. I mean, backme's turn invisible, don't they? But they always jump out to attack you. So it's perfectly plausible for there to be an enemy that turns itself invisible. Avocari Carbonine. Here we have 3 ways to go. It's not quite 4 ways of mystery, but it'll do. I guess it's 4 attuned through the Waystone, which makes sense because I believe the 4 ways of mystery level in Echo includes the entrance. No, I don't think it does. It includes the exit. Anyway. So there could be an enemy that's invisible but just never attacks. And if so, I don't really know what you'd do to try and make it turn visible. Because you can't dispel it if you can't target it. Cancer Gatestone. Sthana Cancer. So Gatestone is Sthana, I guess. Yeah, these guys are all going to get so many different cancers from their great crystal exposure. This place cannot be good for you. It's literally glowing. The walls are... A knot of rust. Well, thanks, Diamond Armlet. You can buy knots of rust? Yes, knots of rust. Knot is the noun at this point, so I have 99. Brumpis Avar. Well, it might be a rare monster. It might have interesting steals or something. If you're not supposed to be able to find it, maybe there's something going on. But, you're right, I am... There's no loot I need until we can come back to Great Crystal Part 2, which presumably is the part past Gate Scorpio. Right, so here we are at Waystone 6 of Avocari Carbonine. Weren't we here earlier? Yeah, this is just the way back. So if you take the left path, you go around in a big circle and end up back where you started. But you get to change the Cancer Gatestone. I almost kind of like levels like this, where you have to make a map as you go along. It reminds me of the old Choose Your Own Adventure books. Back before you could just look up everything on the game packs. Wow, that just literally one-shot me. Maybe I should switch to a more brutalizing build? I don't know. I don't really think there's a cure for Hellblaster except don't get Hellblasted. The spell is good, yo. This one seems to have these odd... oh, that's where the gate was, obviously. Area name is... Brumpris Istrati. I need to learn whichever one this is. Greystone 5. Okay, so the numbers seem to be counting down. We started at 7, then 6, now we're at 5, which presumably will take us to 4. Then we'll find our way to 3, which will take us to 2, and then 1 to 0, I guess. Have a card you push through. 2 paths. Let's take the right path first. I feel like maybe rushing in against all 3 was a mistake. Decisions were made. Nothing? Oh no, wait. There's a second path. Trak pispra. The music in this area is really quite nice though, so... And before this gatestone does not open this gate, we have to go all the way back. Somewhere else, without any map. Pisces Gatestones. This must be called Sthana Pisces, yes. Yeah, that's a different gate. For the sake of not getting too confused. Gate Aries. How can they tell? The gates all look the same, don't they? They don't have the zodiac symbol on them. Not by the look of it. Yeah, they all just look the same as these flowers. This place is basically Atlantis, isn't it? I'm literally playing Spirit Science right now. Do I play something? Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about at the time. You'll have heard that, so... Alright, we came in by the gatestone. Now this way is open, I guess. This is... yeah, Avocado Brew. Oh, another gatestone. Lost again. Waystone even. Well, this is number 3. This is what we came here for. I guess we have to take 3 to get to Sthana Aries, and then we can... Guess we don't even need to get to Sthana Aries.
I've never seen this much mist. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Is that nethicite?
I wonder.
With that much nethicite in one's grasp.
You could destroy all of Evilise if you wished it.
I don't think this game is very fond of nuclear weapons. Man, that is the biggest, glowingest ball of cancer. Crystal Core, this place has an English name. Well, I believe this is the gatestone to another boss fight. Waystone 1. So we skipped 2 then? No, 2 was the one we came out of, obviously. Ah, the camera does a thing for this one. Well, it looks like we're back outside the Nightmare Crystal. Bulwark Minas. In Elvish, Minas means city or possibly tower. But I'm not really sure this game is trying to speak Tolkien's Elvish. Alright. Don't suppose you're going to introduce yourself? Well, you look kind of like a horse. So I'm going to guess you're Sagittarius. Am I not brilliant? A horse with a bow and arrow, yeah, just make it easy, why don't you? A horse with a bow and arrow that absorbs wind element. Never mind that then. Maybe it just absorbs all elements? Let's give it a go. Yeah, it just eats everything. Or possibly just all mundane elements, but I don't particularly feel like finding out whether it eats holy and dark. Man, Shemazai, are you even trying? Lol, Siphon. You have Mana Spring, you literally cast spells for free. So yeah, Shemazai the fight is just like a worse Exodus. Shemazai the Esper is item elemental. Chain some magics then. And that looks absolutely nothing like Sagittarius Ice's icon at all. If anything, that kind of looks Libra-ish. Poorly done. Audio glitch there. It's a Whisperer. Like, oh shit. I don't know if the audio is glitching or if my headphones are just dying. If the headphones are dying, I'll have to buy more. Which may take a while. Anyway. How many Vespers have I got? Let's see. We have Belius the Gigas, Zalara the Death Seraph or something, Mateus the Corrupt, Kukalan the Impure, Shamsai the Whisperer, it's the easy one, Exodus the Judge Sal, Zeramus the Condemner, and Adramelech the Wrath. That's gotta be all of them, right? So far. Remaining ones are Hashmal, Bringer of Order, Famfrit, Sid's Body, and the three big ones, Chaos, Ultima, and Zodiac. Anyway, this is more steps we can't walk down. Empyrean Waystone, so Sky Waystone, like sky related. By this path, no other reach thee the round of the undying walk of the chosen. Yeah, sure. There's 13 total, yep. 12 for the signs of the Zodiac, plus Zodiac for Serpentarius. There's like a secret 13th sign for crazy people who think the sidereal Zodiac is useful. Well, obviously, none of the Zodiacs are useful. But, guess it actually was an Empyrean Waystone. We seem to be in the sky.
Where is everyone?
Fear not, Princess of Dalmasca. We, Ocuria, have chosen you, and you alone. Ashalia Benarg and Dalmasca, we see your heart desires power, and power most holy shall we grant. Seek you the sun-crest, slumbering star. In tower on distant shore, it dreams. The mother of all Nephesite, the source of its unending power. The Dynast King, his fallow shards coarse trinkets cut from sun-crest's light.
Such power exists?
In times that are long passed away, we sought to save this Ivalice, and chose Wraithwall, the Dynast King. He took the sword and cut the crest. 3 shards he took from its gilt grasp, and so became the Dynast King. His words and deeds run through your veins.
That's why I was given it. The Sword of Kings.
The treaty held with kings of old is but a memory, cold and still. With you, we now shall treat anew, to cut a run for history's flow. Now take this sword, this treaty blade, Ocurian seal, mark of your worth. Cut deep the crest, and seize your shards. Wield Dynast King's power. Destroy Vanar.
But Vanar... Vanar's an Ecurian. A being like you.
Vanar is a heretic. The Nephesite is ours to give to chosen bearer, or to none. The heretic trespassed, and set the rose of knowledge in man's hand. With imitations they profane. It is anathema to us. We give you now the stone and task. Administer judgment. Destroy them all.
Judgment? Destroy them all? The Empire?
The hues of askew, history's weave. With haste, they move through 2 short lives. Driven to err by base desires. Toward waste, and wasting, on they run. Undying, we Ocurian light the path for wayward sons of man. Oft did we pass judgment on them, so that Ivalice might endure. Eternal, we are history's stewards, to set the course and keep it true. The chosen is our hand, our fist, to let live some and crush the rest. Princess, you have been chosen. Take revenge against those who stole your kingdom. Fulfill your role as savior. Attain to your birthright.
What's with these Acuria? What gives them the right to tell you what to do?
Will you take revenge, as they ask?
We could not see them, but we heard the Ocuria speak. They may be gods, but we are the arbiters of our destiny. Your Highness, I'm against this. The Empire must pay, but destruction?
Does anyone know what happened to Dr. Sid? Wasn't he saying he'd be here?
He should have arrived by now.
And I should have realized by now. He's not coming. He laid out the bait, and we bit. Remember what he said? He wanted Ash to get the stone. He wanted that all along. That's why he flaunted his nethicite, and reeled us in with his stories about Giruvegan, all to bring Ash to the Ocuria.
But wait, if we got a hold of the nethicite, wouldn't that be bad for the Empire?
Maybe he wants to see what happens when foes with nethicite collide. That'd be just like Dr. Sid.
I will search out the Sun Crest.
History is built by our hands. That's his favorite line. He'd never stand by and watch the Ocuria stones shape things. So, he was talking to Venar all along. He wasn't mad at all then, was he?
We obtained the Treaty Blade. Wonder if we could just use Tornasol instead. History is built by our hands, you say?
Restore Dalmasca's sovereignty and make our amends with Lady Ash. It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ash herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else. She will not rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you misread her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ash and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I espy war, I am to put her to the sword. Is that your wish, Excellency?
Well, since you mention it.
It will not come to that, I am sure. I have faith in her, faith in you both. On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes.
As you will.
That so sweet a child could be your brother is hard to believe.
Larsa is as he should be.
What's that, Venar? Ah, taken the bait already, have they? Splendid. The Ocuria have given the princess her treaty blade.
The gods have chosen their scribe to write history as they deem fit. Yes, and she with fresh nethicite to aid her.
Bah! To hell with the Ocuria and their stones. What good? A power that cannot be harnessed. Baubles best suited for study, no more.
We conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
Oh, I am grateful for the sacrifice. Without it, manufactured nethicite would have eluded us. An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Venar, have I not been an apt pupil?
My counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes. So much accomplished in 6 fleeting years. Man's fervor o'er all obstacles prevailing.
Our lives are much too short. You undying might waste long centuries away, but we, I fear, cannot.
Just so. Had we more time, we might have availed ourselves of more prudent measures.
Your greatest work still lies before you. Not lightly will the Acuria allow you to wrest the reins of history from their grasp, back into the hands of men.
Indeed. What claim does Garen have on history's reins? Seated on throne immortal, rent from time. For your ascendant's vein I offer prayer. May you attain all that which is your due.
Attain it I shall. For too long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
Unrewarded or unpunished?
In tower on distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
Didn't Redis say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe you found out something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that Sky Pirate's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Redis? I mean, if you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert on pirating now, are you?
Right, so I believe this one now leads outside of Giruvegan. Yeah, Tellurian. Like, earthly, I suppose? By this, return thee to the gate of earth. By other means, return thee back to this place. Although there's no reason to ever come here again, so... You know, next time we're in the Gate Crystal, which will be, I imagine, fairly shortly. Since tomorrow we want to come back for Danjuro, Excalibur, some other exciting things. Alright, let's go get some treatment for radiation sickness. What is the treatment for radiation sickness? Also, what is our objective? Better go back to Valkenheim and see if Redis knows anything. Yeah, we could do that. The main problem is... Yeah, alright. We'll do it the easy way. I don't really like having Redis in the party because he has a habit of killing things that I want to steal from, etc., so I have to keep him dead all the time. Which means I have to turn off the raise gambits, which means I have to wake people up manually. But there's nothing for it. We're going to have to visit Valkenheim at some point, so... Touching a magical crystal usually. I'm pretty sure more magical radiation exposure is not going to make you better from your magical radiation exposure sickness. I don't know if Diamond Armlet affects chests in cities, but don't see how it can hurt. 3 gil. Well, thanks, Diamond Armlet. Do you sell anything good? Or is it just teleport stones still? Yeah. Well, may as well dump some of this random Giruvegan junk on you. There's gonna be a whole load of, yeah, these things. Yeah, that's also good to go. I'm sure I had a ton of Behemoth stakes, but maybe I imagined them. There's our prime tanned hides, those are always good. That doesn't seem terribly valuable. I guess we could pick up the Sage's monograph for elementals, isn't it? And that just leaves the one for constructs. That's the thing about Diamond Armlet. It improves, but it doesn't always improve. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the fishing side quest is open at this point, so that's what we're going to do next. We'll get Redis in the party first, since cutscenes can't hurt. Is it talking to Gambit sellers that unlocks the last? I assume it is. I think we've done everything else, unless it's Technic sellers. Just as I'm talking to the chat before wasting 20 minutes talking to Gambit sellers. Oh yeah, we need to buy all of these as well, don't we? Aye, 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 aye. Not to unlock the monograph, just because I want to have all the gambits at some point. I think there might be some that you can only get from chests, I'm not too sure. Those will be useful, since at this point destroying things that are near dead is more useful. Oh boy, there's some big numbers. The less than 50k one is really good for using dark matter. These ones are expensive because they're actually useful if you're trying to set up like a black mage or something else. How many enemies are dark weak? Not a huge number, it's got to be said. Obviously these ones are slightly less useful since they only define whether a foe can be hurt by something rather than whether it's weak to it. There's practically no earth attacks, so... In fact, are there any earth attacks apart from weapons? I don't think there are. I think you just gotta live with it. How many hours in total to complete it? From here, let's see, it's about, I'd guess, a good 8 hours to get Danjuro and Excalibur and the other items in the Great Crystal. Maybe another 8 hours to fully complete the Pharos, getting all the good items from there. And then maybe another 12 hours to do all the endgame bosses and stuff. And if I wanted to go to level 99, that's another 5 to 10 hours of leveling in the Hen of Mines, but there's basically no reason to ever do that. So total hours would be that plus the 80 or so hours we've played so far. So about 100. If you wanted to get like full completion with every bestiary entry as well, that would be some hours. Right, let's look up these monographs. I think it's called...
I've lost it. I'm going to have to find the monograph thing again, because it's not really interesting enough to spend that much time doing it for every shopkeeper. Just open the link. Curse you, Google Chrome. Planning out your holiday. Well, Monday's not going to be particularly interesting. The bank holiday. We'll take on Gilgamesh in the evening, I imagine. Tomorrow is going to be the long, boring Danjiro grind, I think. Armor merchants. Did I really miss those? Where is the armor merchant in Valfenheim? It doesn't have one. Pirates need no armor. Well, I guess we're going to go somewhere else and get the, Alright, I'll go start the cutscene with Redis and then take a brief break while that's happening, since... Oh wait, hang on. No, the weapon shop is also an armor shop. Right, that solves that problem. Alright, 1 second, I do actually have to take the pause. Right, my apologies about that. Okay, so...
More protectives for sale than you expect from... Just now saying pirates need no armor. How foolish of me. Anyway, let's see how many times we need to pester you to get the last monograph. Although I don't think we actually need any special drops from constructs. It'd be nice to have. There can't be that many. Not really convinced by any of these things. God, this is a miserable way of unlocking items. Like, how likely are you to speak to an armor merchant 20 times in the course of the game, even if you're not getting most of your weapons from drops and chests, which where the best ones are? You're still probably only going to reach 17 or 18. And that means that at the end of the game you get these items that are best to get right at the beginning. Right, monographs completed. Wonder if the weapons shop has anything good. I guess that improves air spells? I'll buy it anyway. If they were like on-hit haste gun, I would consider the measures. Pardon me. That's actually a surprisingly nice thing for Viera to say. They're usually kind of assholes. Huh. Maybe it is just the Lord of the Rings geek in me talking again, but I always like when people appreciate the sea. He made it to Giruvegan. What a far place that must be for me to have never heard of it in all my sailing days. He's just like, oh, he made it to Giruvegan. Yeah, I'm not impressed, never heard of it. The governor expects good behavior from all his guests. In you go.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be, I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood. Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Ridorana Cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering amidst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Giruvegan. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well. Cid. Was he false, as I feared?
Yes. But we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Cid searches for.
So the day-affected Nethicite was only a fragment? And these Ocuria I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike this Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all Nethicite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless. As for the manufactured Nethicite, who can say?
There is another way. We used the Treaty Blade to cut a new stone from the Crest. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of Nethicite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Read this?
Familiar words, Vaughn. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridorana Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well and good, but how do we get there? Those seas are in Yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a skystone made to resist Yacht.
More spoils from the Draklor labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But, should it fit the Strahl, she'll fly in Yacht. I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
I guess when I first played through I just wasn't paying attention, because it's only really on the second and third time that I picked up just how much backstory there is to Redis. But they do make it pretty obvious. The Great Pharos and the Bottomless Cataract. No man of Balfenheim would willingly go there, so oft we warned as children. But Redis is no man of Balfenheim. There were many against this expedition, but he knew no fear. Make for the Great Pharos? It's in Yacht, you know. Nolon has finished the repairs, and we can now fly for free, which is excellent. Oh, it's okay, we'll just, you know, stick it in there, and you can fly anywhere straight away. Amazing. Yacht Naldoa. I think you can race with these guys if you want to spend some time on things. Anyway, let's see if we can start the fishing quest. I believe we need to talk to the person in the Ester Sand first, and then come back here to get the rod. I think at least 2 playthroughs was good. Once to do the storyline relatively quickly, and then once to do the extra bonus stuff. Again, reasonably quickly. You don't need to grind out stuff like the earliest possible Arcturus. You can just get the early Zodiac Spear, maybe the Tornasol. That's pretty much enough powerful items to fight stuff like Yasmat. I mean, it'll be a long, boring fight with just powerful arms and armor. Really, you need a degenerate strategy like Yaku Darkblade. Which is another thing we could grind, I guess, on Monday, since you can get it after the Gilgamesh fight. Really, I should just take the straw. The Strahl's landing spots aren't always the same as gate crystals, of course, which is sometimes quite useful. But mostly it's just a magic airship that follows you. Cockatrice quest. Is it even worth doing? Oh, he's selling golden axes now. It's the best axe, but we already have the best hammer, so... And diamond armlet's no less. Sweet. Yeah, alright, I'll pick up 1 golden axe. The second diamond lance, of course, is completely superfluous. So you're the fisher, I think? I don't have a rod. You have any other ideas? Well... you could use my rod if you know what I'm saying, Ruxel. No, that's just lewd. We're not doing that.
Where does the stroll land in the Ester Sand? Ah, there it is, in the place outside Barheim, or the old next to Barheim. You can't get there anymore. Well, I'm not crazy, I'm not walking out there. There are some relatively good hunts available at this point. It might be worth doing Fafnir, the ice dragon. Fafnir? The ice dragon, since you get the best non-elemental arrows for that. Now, where was the fishing rod? I think you have to talk to the fisherman and then trick him into leaving or something? We're basically stealing for fun. Fun and profit. This guy. What does the pirates do, you ask? Well, not all are created equal. Most here are in the shipping business. Right, so you're actually just merchants.